Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with yet another video today. And on the agenda today, I'm going to be sharing with y'all why I quit Olive Garden. Now, before I get into that, I want to say this. If you guys are familiar with my 50 questions tag video, if you haven't watched that video, please do. There was one question, I can't remember what number it was, but it had said something about, have you ever been to Olive Garden or Red Lobster or any kind of other restaurant? And I remember I had said, I can't remember how I worded it, but I remember I had said, yes, I have been there. As a matter of fact, I used to work there, and I'm not really going to get into that right now. But guess what? Lo and behold, today, I am going to get into it. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, before I have the job that I had now, before I got that job, after I had left Easy Rest Retirement Home, after the little drama had went down, I had started applying everywhere. I mean, everywhere, honey. Like, I remember I started applying everywhere. I remember I had applied at Hobby Lobby. I was going to apply at Pizza Hut, but I just decided not to. I applied at Hobby Lobby. I had applied at Walmart. I even had applied at the distribution center of Target, but they had sent me an email and they didn't hire me for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, I had applied like everywhere. But something had told me to apply at Olive Garden. So I had decided to apply at Olive Garden. And I had went in there and I had asked this girl, hey, are y'all hiring and how do I go about filling out an application? So I gave her a pad to write down the little website that you fill out an application. By the way, for those of you who are thinking about applying at Olive Garden, or those of you who are working at Olive Garden, you know that you have to fill out the application online. So the girl I gave the girl a pad and she had wrote down the website you go to. Well, no, she didn't write down. She gave me something that you have to go to the website and fill out an application and stuff like that and just go from there. So I went on the website on my computer. Went on the website, filled out the application, and I did the assessment test, and they sent me an email, told me to come for an interview, and let's get into the interview. I went to the interview, and I didn't get in the interview right away. I had to sit down and wait for the manager to come in. So I waited and waited and waited and waited, and they had gave me some sweet tea and had asked me was I thirsty, and they gave me some sweet tea. By the way, funny story. Y'all know, for those of you who are working at Olive Garden or have worked at Olive Garden, you know they do sell liquor or wine or whatever. And I lie to you not, I was tempted to try some liquor or some wine, but no, number one, I don't drink, and number two, like, I don't know how strong that stuff is, and I don't want to be drunk or nothing on the interview. So, yeah, that was completely out of the question. But anyways, back to the story. So they called me back in the back, and she had set me down. She was a real beautiful tan Asian girl, by the way. Like, she was a real beautiful tan Asian girl. I forgot her name. She was real beautiful and real nice. So I sat down with her, and she just basically told me to tell me a little bit about myself. Basically, to tell her a little bit about myself. I told her that I was hardworking, persistent. I believe in showing up on time. Like, I'm not the average black person. I mean, I'm not like the average black guy, like average young black guy. I'm not loud or ghetto or rude or whatever. Like, I act civilized and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you this. I originally, when I applied at Olive Garden, I originally had applied under line cook. I was going to apply as a bartender, but I don't want to sell no damn liquor. So, I had applied under line cook originally, but she looked at me and she had said, I can't remember how she worded it, but she had said, I'd hate to put you in the back because you have such a warm personality. You have a nice smile and all this, and I hate to put that in the back or something like that. And she had said, are you sure you don't want to try hosting? And I was like, hey, it's whatever y'all decide. So pretty much they decided to basically just put me in as a host. So they put me in as a host, and that was that. So I remember I had came for orientation, and I wasn't the only one that applied. I didn't apply as a host, but I wasn't the only one that was hosting there. It was me and a bunch of other girls, but they couldn't train us all at once. So they gave me like a specific day to come in so I can get trained by myself versus having to be trained all in a group. So I remember they had me. I remember they had. Wait, let me see. I remember they had me come in the morning time, and they had this opening host girl. I'm gonna say her name is Laquita. Shout out to Martin, Laquita. But I'm gonna say her name is Laquita. And she had trained me how to do the Zeos batteries. For those of you who don't know what the Zeos batteries is, like if you work at Olive Garden, you have an Olive Garden, the little Zeos is the thing that sits on the table, and basically it like shows you all different kind of stuff and all that kind of other stuff. But yeah, she has showed me how to change the Zeos batteries, how to load the computer, how to not take orders, how to set people at tables and whatnot. Like, she was really nice. She has showed me a lot of stuff. And the people there were just really nice, real nice, down to earth people. Like they were just real nice folks. And also she showed me how to wrap the silverware and stuff like that, which was really fancy and stuff. But yeah, but everyone was just real nice. Like, I caught on pretty quick. Like, everything was pretty much easy, self-explanatory. And the restaurant, y'all. That restaurant was bomb as fuck. Like, it was so fancy, like something in a Lifetime movie or something like that. Like, they had the bar, they had like all the different sections. Like, it was just so freaking fancy. And let me tell you, there were many instances where I had to walk in the back. To talk to the manager. But by the way, the Olive Garden that I applied to, there were 3 managers, 3 women. And I had to talk to one of the managers one time, and I went in the back, and the smell of that food, oh my God. It was just so, so mesmerizing. Like, the smell of that food was just so mesmerizing. Like, oh my God. But let me tell you why I quit. It's like this. Olive Garden pays good, but the hours were just so shitty. Like, as a host, you only work like 2 or 3 hours at the most. If that's not shitty, then I don't know what it is. Like, it can be freaking 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and they can come to me and be like, Dontavious, it's time for you to go, or it's time for you to go, your shift's over. Bitch, I practically just got there. Like, why you telling me to leave? Like, it just, at first I had looked over it, but then it started happening over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and I was like, something ain't right about this. Like, I need to go and find me another job. And I remember, like, my dad had questioned me, like, how many hours am I getting? And I said I only get 3 hours or 2 or 3 hours of stuff. And he told me I might as well find me another job because there ain't no money. Like, you can work at a job. Let's just say you work at a job paying you $50 an hour. And you ain't getting nothing but 2 or 3 or 4 hours at the most. Hell, that ain't no damn money. You're practically working for nothing. And this is my theory for what I'm about to say. For those of you who work at Olive Garden, who are watching this, I'm not trying to bash anyone. I'm just giving my honest opinion. And if you don't like it, please don't watch this video. Or unsubscribe. I don't care. But, damn, I forgot what I was going to say. But, it's just like, oh my God, I forgot what I was going to say. Like, the hours were just so shitty, and also, like, damn, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say now. When I had applied on the line cook, for those of you who don't know what the line cook is, the line cook is basically the people that prepare the food and stuff like that in the back. And I feel like this is just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I feel like they put me on as a host just so they won't have to pay me. Just so they won't have to pay me for the 8 hours for working in the back. That's just my opinion. Like, you knew damn well that you could have put me on as a line cook, but you chose not to because you didn't want to pay my ass for the full 8 hours. Only have me work as a fucking host for like 2 or 3 hours at the most, which is no money. And when I went to get my first check, when I had drawn it out of ATM, it was only like $113 or something, which was a slap in the face, a big old lump of nothing. So after that, I just took heed to what my dad had said. I had processed it over and over in my head, and I thought to myself, I need to find me another job. So I went out and applied. I went to this temp agency and stuff like that, and I had applied there, and they hooked me up with a job at a warehouse where I'm currently employed at now. I'm not going to give you the name of it due to privacy purposes, but they hooked me up with a job at a warehouse where I work as a rail loader. For those of you who don't know what a rail loader is, it's basically where you load boxes of, well, let me tell you, I work at an underwear warehouse or underwear factory or something like that. And they basically package and deliver women's clothing, women's panties and bras and stuff like that. So basically what a rail loader is, I basically load boxes of panties and bras on rails for the people behind the rails to box and distribute them and just send them on their way. That's what a rail loader is. I've been employed there for coming up on 4 months now, and I love it, love it, love it. Like, I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. It's better than working for fucking 2 or 3 damn hours, I'll tell you that much. Like, don't get me wrong. Olive Garden, like, it was just a great environment. The managers were nice. The people were nice and everything, but you gotta understand, if a job doesn't pay you good, I mean, if a job doesn't pay you good, what's the point in staying? Like, that's stupid. You're practically just wasting your time. Like, that's just it. So, yeah, that's just about it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to put all my social media accounts in the description box down below, so feel free to add and follow me on there. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Don't forget to turn on my notification bell so you get notified every time I upload. So, until next time, it's a wrap.